What's up, guys? Racing Nation TV here to talk about night number 4 of the Chili Bowl Nationals. And let's just cut to the chase here. The last 4 nights I've been making these videos. In the last 4 nights I've been right in my predictions of what was going to happen. It feels like the more on the week we go, the more tame each night gets. And yeah, I'm right. Christopher Bell won. Michael Kofoid second. Those were 2 of the 3 that I mentioned. I was wrong about Logan Seavey, I guess, but he still had a decent run. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the A main tonight and what to look forward to going into tomorrow. So obviously Christopher Bell won. Pretty demanding, actually. I mean, he did come from about 4th on the grid. Honestly, he didn't start front like we've seen in recent nights. He didn't start, front row. He actually had to work his way to the front, but he was there within 6 laps in. We actually made bets before the race of how long it'd take him to get to the front, and the 6 laps was it. Once he got up front, he was gone. Looked like a preview of what we might see on Saturday. But yeah, Buddy Kofoid had an impressive run. He went 7th, finished 2nd. He went from 7th to 2nd, and yeah, very impressive drive. He looked very smart coming up through the field. There were a few restarts where he probably could have challenged Bell, but it just looked like he didn't have the pace to beat Christopher Bell straight up, honestly. So unlike Tuesday, when we saw a straight-up couple yellows and a straight-up battle at the end, it didn't look like Bell could be challenged when it looked like on Tuesday Larson could be challenged when he was by Timez. So honestly, tonight, out of the competitors, I would have to say that Christopher Bell easily had him covered. Michael Kofoid did talk about some adjustments that he felt like he could be making. He could have made to improve the car, but yeah, I mean, not a lot of track time for these guys who are locked into the A. They really just got the pole dash to figure out what they want to do. So, I mean, Christopher Bell just kind of puts his name into the favorites to win. I mean, he was already a favorite, so, I mean, he pretty much just reassured that for everybody tonight by going out there and winning. He's now won the last 6 out of 7 prelim nights he's been in. Just, yeah, kid from Oklahoma. He's won 3 of these things, was denied a 4th last year, and he's looking for a 4th this year. You know, he can tie Kevin Swindell, have the 2nd most wins in the Chili Bowl tied. And then after that, he's still young. He can easily challenge Sammy and go for a 5th, and then even a 6th, and he could have the most Chili Bowl wins out of anybody real quick. Just a couple of years just like that. We move down the field. Going into a B main, we have Brady Bacon, Spencer Baston, Joe Miller, Logan Seavey, Buck Waller, and Trey Gropp. Those guys, Brady Bacon looked good all night, honestly. He was in that 2nd spot for the transfer until he was caught by Buddy Kofoid. Kofoid just got the better of Bacon, and Spencer Baston was also right there, 3rd. You know, Brady Bacon, it was really between Kofoid, Bacon, and Baston all night for that 2nd spot. Kofoid just came, he obviously had the faster car. He came from 7th. He was nowhere to be found, and then once he got to Bacon and Baston, he just passed him lickety-split and got him. You know, it was just pretty easy for Kofoid there and the Keith Kunz car. The Keith Kunz cars this week have just been set up. Spencer Baston looked quick in the RMS car, or the Rusty Kunz car. Those are pretty much the same cars I just said. But he looked pretty quick. He was a little all over the place, though. You know, he showed speed. He had the pace to be up there, but he would just bobble and be all over the place. Wasn't really reassuring in how he would perform, and looking at the future of what he's going to do. Brady Bacon, though, looked good. Logan Seavey, he actually had a run. I believe he started 11th, but he got into a position where he's going to be in the B main on Saturday, so good run for Logan Seavey. Really, I mean, the Swindell cars past tonight, Sammy and Seavey, both haven't looked great. Probably not as, by that I mean probably not as good as they looked last year. And last year CV finished 4th. I don't know if they'll have the pace to do that this year. But I would say, Sammy being in the C and CV being in the B, I would say one of those cars is probably going to make the A if I had to predict one thing. More drivers down the field. Kaylee Bryson, young driver, first year with Keith Kunz. She was actually pretty impressive this tonight, I have to say. She did pretty good for being, so new to this, honestly. She finished 11th, and she actually, what was impressive is she made the top 16 after the qualifiers, she was in the top 16 in the passing points. So she was automatically in the A, didn't have to go to the B. So that was impressive for Kaylee Bryson. Zeb Wise, someone we talked about last night, he's really good. And another driver in that Matt Wood Racing stable that we've been talking about, he had some bad luck tonight. I mean, it wasn't going too bad for him. His heat looked pretty normal, and then when he made the qualifiers, just ended up in a wreck in the qualifier, had to go to the B main, and then he DNF'd in the A, finished in the back. Obviously not where he wants to be. That's probably another car that could probably easily be a C main or a B main contender, or could have been in the A had it not been for issues. But yeah, Zeb Wise, bad luck for him. More bad luck for the Matt Wood Racing team. They're just really on the wrong side of it this week. It's just unfortunate to see. I've mentioned every night. It's going to be interesting to see what Casey Kane can do tomorrow for them. But yeah, just unfortunate for them. And I honestly, on Saturday, the Matt Wood Racing team is probably the most compelling team to see how they go through the alphabet soup. Other than Chase Elliott, which, by the way, more talking about Chase Elliott from last night, one thing I did learn is if Chase can come from the F to the A somehow, if he can somehow make that happen, he will tie J.J. Yaley for being the longest soup run, I guess we can say, because J.J. Yaley did it. He went from the F and made the A, and that was the longest run made to make the A is from the F. So Chase Elliott could tie that and actually make some history. So obviously the odds of Chase doing that are very low, but I just wanted to give some hope to the Chase Elliott fans out there. Austin Prock, another driver who had a bad time in the A main. He actually made it to the A from the B. He brought out 2 yellows in the A, and yeah, the drag racer. He does have experience doing this, but he ultimately finished in the back tonight in his A. So he'll not the worst starting spot on Saturday. Not really sure which letter that relegates him to, but obviously finishing in the back of the A is better than somewhere in the B. So not the worst night for Austin Prock, but honestly, not doing well in the A on a prelim night is not really where you want to be. You're going to be in the Fs you're going to be in the Ds or the Es. So I mean, it's not ideal, but definitely you can overcome that. So let's get to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, final day before the big day. This will be the last normal upload, by the way. I will be uploading the night after Friday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. sharp, be there to watch it, to catch up on what happened on Friday, because on Saturday, the Alphabet Soup starts at 11 a.m. I believe that's Central Time. And then MAV TV, they have, either if you get MAV TV through through cable, through whatever you have to watch TV from, or you can watch on MAV TV Plus. They give away a 60-day free subscription, a free trial for 60 days, and you can watch the Chili Bowl on MAV TV Plus. Very cool that you can watch the Chili Bowl for free with a 60-day trial. You can watch the Chili Bowl. I get a lot of questions about that when I do the live stream, because a lot of people don't have MAV TV. But if you have a phone, if you have internet, download, look into MAV TV Plus, and you can watch a Chili Bowl. But yeah, if you have Flow Racing like I do, you can watch the 11 a.m. Alphabet Soup all the way to the C mains, and then the C mains will be on MAV TV to the B and the A's. And yeah, you can watch the C's, B's, and A main on MAV TV Plus with a free trial. And I will be doing a live stream. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, what I'm going to do. The details of that still have yet to work out in my head and to figure out what I'm doing. It might be like last year. I wanted to get some type of live timing up, but you had to pay for that. I don't have it, nor do I want to put out a paid live timing onto YouTube. You know how it goes. So I'll be doing something, and I will have watched all the way to, if it's necessary, the O main to the D main, and we can, actually the B main, and I will start live streaming shortly before the A main, and we can do that thing again like we did last year. And yeah, so let's talk about Friday. Let's talk about what's going to go on tomorrow night real quick. Justin Allgaier is running. He usually makes the A, sometimes makes the A. It's off and on. So he'll be a contender in his prelim night for sure. In that number 1A car, the Evel Knievel looking car. J.J. Yaley, like I said, holds the record from going to the F to the A. So no matter what car he's in, he's going to be a contender. Justin Grant, Indiana guy. These Indiana guys always pop up and do well. Justin Grant, another one, he drives for Hemmelgarn and Silver Crown, the coolest looking Silver Crown car there is. We got Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson looked very good in the Vyrock race on Tuesday, and if he can keep this pace that he had in the Vyrock race, he'll definitely be a front runner. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has actually made the A couple times in recent years, so I expect him to do pretty well. Then again, it's all based, I mean, he could get unlucky, but I do expect him to be fast tomorrow. Darren Pittman, a lot of experience. He's been one of those guys that's just, he's been doing it for so long that he's going to have the upper hand on a lot of these guys. Tucker Klossmeyer, driving for, I believe that's a Keith Kunz car. Tucker Klossmeyer, he's again another experienced guy. He's been doing this a long time. Then we got Ace McCarthy with the Dave Mack Motorsports team in the 28. The guy who showed up in the back of the school bus. That guy, he's going to be pretty quick. Then we got Casey Kane. I haven't seen Casey Kane race since he was in NASCAR. I haven't seen him race on dirt since he retired. I haven't seen him, he really doesn't race a whole lot these days. So seeing him back on the track, in my opinion, is actually a pretty big deal. That's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how he does in his return to the Chili Bowl. Aaron Reitzel is starting tomorrow. Yeah, Aaron Reitzel. Some tempers might flare because of Aaron Reitzel. That's kind of where my head's at right now. That's where that's at. And we got Jesse Love for Keith Kunz, ARCA West Series champion. These Keith Kunz cars are really good, but he's a rookie this year. He's actually he turned 16 today. Happy birthday! Yesterday, if you're watching this on Friday, Jesse Love turned 16. Happy birthday, Jesse Love! Very cool. And then we got Anthony Macri in the 99. The 99 car was actually supposed to be driven by Chris Dyson, and Dyson couldn't make it, so Anthony Macri, the Port Royal God in Pennsylvania, will be starting the 99 car in the Chili Bowl for his rookie try. So my predictions of what's going to happen tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's kind of a toss-up because you don't have one of the big names like you don't have a Christopher Bell or Kyle Larson running tomorrow, or a Timez, or one of those guys that was in the top, or Rico, one of those guys that is going to be there to win. And that's not saying these guys that I just mentioned won't be there to win in the A main. I think Tanner Thorson has a good shot of winning a driller, a decent shot. I think Stenhouse could pull something out. Allgaier, those guys, they could easily lock in. And they could have a good, top 10 run and have a shot at a driller. But I mean, we don't have these star power drivers that we know have dominated the last couple of years. And tonight Christopher Bell dominating. We don't have one of those drivers. So I mean, it's honestly a toss up. But I'll keep my eyes on Casey Kane and Aaron Reitzel. I'll tell you that. Allgaier, I'll keep my eye on them. But yeah, tomorrow another interesting night. They really got the track kind of where they wanted compared to the first two nights, and yeah, every night's going to be competitive and entertaining from here on out. So just two more to go, and one of them is the big one. So stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter at RacingNationTV and on Instagram at RacingNationTV. And I will see you at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning to talk about what happens on Friday. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Comment who you think will win the Chili Bowl Nationals on Saturday. I'd like to hear your early predictions down in the comments. So I will see you in the next